What is going on, comic book community? Welcome to another episode of Josh's Comics. Today I have a 60 book haul, actually 61 book haul. I'm not going to show you all 61 books, but what happened was I went down to New Jersey and there was a huge sale going on at a local comic book shop, and I'm going to show you the 10 best books that I managed to pick up. So stay tuned to find out what I got in this next episode of Josh's Comics. Alright guys, so let's get into the haul. Excuse me. Like I was saying, I went down to a local comic book shop in New Jersey. It was about 45 minutes away from my location in Delaware. It was called Frankenstein Comics. Now, I didn't go to the actual LCS. A few minutes down the road, there was a antique store, and what they did was they had a little event that was like in the back of the loading dock of the antique store, which was like a nice size warehouse kind of thing. They had about estimate of almost about 30,000 comics, like 160 long boxes and short boxes mixed in together. These were collections that they've recently got in but haven't even priced or went through, or backstock and stuff that is just collecting dust. So of course I found out about it and I decided to go down. I was joined by local comic hunters, 360 Comics and Pope of Chilitown, so it was always great to see those guys. And my favorite part of the event, why getting the comics, yes, was cool. I forget the gentleman who introduced themselves to me. It was a quick thing on the go, but I met two fellow collectors there that actually came up to me. One said, "Hey, do I know you someone?" I said, "I'm not sure, maybe." And he's like, "Well, I think I've seen you on YouTube." And I said, "Josh Comics 01?" And he said, "Yes." Exactly what's what I thought. So, and another gentleman, he's, I think he's in charge of the Philadelphia comic, and forgive me because I know he's probably going to watch this video. Leave a comment below actually for your channel, gentlemen, if you guys have one. But I think it's for the Philadelphia like comic collectors on Facebook. He's the creator of the group, I believe, and everything. And so it was nice to have two people come out to me and, you know, say, "Hey, I watch you, I like your videos." So I really appreciated that. That made me feel good. You know, to me, like, that's cool. But anyway, so let's jump into the haul. Like I said, every book there was $1, no matter what you found. I do not think there was any big books. I managed to find some like $5 to $10 books here and there, but nothing. No, you know, ASA, Amazing Fantasy 15, or Hulk 181, or none of that kind of stuff. But still, it was a great hunt. I didn't even go through all the boxes. There was just so many people there in such a long line. But let's jump into the haul. Starting off with Detective Comics, issue 604, which is actually the first appearance of Lady Clayface, as you would say. I've seen this issue and I decided to pick it up. And most of these books, guys, are like mid-grade. This has a few tiny ticks on it. Some books are better than others. A lot of this stuff is either just PC stuff and placeholders for I get higher copies. But yeah, for $1, I said, why not? Always picking up some Batman. So I was happy to add that to the PC and pick it up. This next one is Flash number 5, issue number 5. I believe it's from the Wally West Flash. And it is a key. This gentleman right here, I don't know if it says his name. It is a... I forget the key behind it. That guy is like a reverse Dead Flash or something like that. The cover kind of looked out to me. I'm not a big Flash fan, but with the movie coming out, I decided it was probably time to pick up some keys for Flash. Figured for $1, why not? Was trying to look for the issue number 1 of Wally West. Couldn't find it. These next two, you know, Supergirl is coming, obviously, in The Flash. She's getting her own movie. She's going to be a big thing in the DCU. This is issue number 2, which is the first appearance of Black Kryptonite, I believe. So that is a nice little key for $1. And I also picked up issue number 3, which is the first Supergirl as Dark Supergirl or an Injustice Supergirl kind of thing. So two nice little keys for $1 in the Supergirls. Moving on to Superman issue number 712, Krypto. This is actually like an origin story with Krypto. Due to the recent news from James Gunn that Krypto will be joining Superman Legacy, Krypto keys are on my radar. This book is definitely on there. I think it's gone up a little bit in value and popularity on Key Collector. But for $1, I couldn't pass it up. Oop. And I mean, not something I'm gonna get graded unless it becomes like a $500 book, which I doubt it. But like, it's got like one little baby spine test, but still a great Krypto cover. Comics, obviously you can tell it was a little bit of everything mixed in. Modern, silver, bronze, you name it, they kind of had it. This might be the most expensive book in the whole lot that I got. This is the second appearance of Maria Hill, New Avengers number 6. I'm not sure if I already own a copy of this one, or it might be Avengers number 5 or 4, which is her first appearance, or her first, full appearance. But happy to have this. I was surprised to find this. This is in a bin that I didn't go to at first. I mean, I was trying to go on all over it. They had like three lineups of like different tables, like 5 or 6 long tables going across, and it was pretty hectic because there was a lot of people that showed up. So I was surprised this was left in the bin. I'm thinking that her first appearance was in there too, but that got picked up. So I mean, for $1, it's a nice pickup. This one I picked up recently in a few different spots, and they actually had about like almost 10 copies of this, and this is actually the second print, which might be a little bit more valuable, but this is Supergirl on Action Comics number 4, homage cover to Action Comics 27, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I thinking Detective? But you know what I'm thinking of, and or Action Comics 1. And yeah, this Supergirl cover is actually like right now like $8 to $10 book, high grade. This one's probably in the 9s. But like I said, it's second print, so it's either gonna be a little bit lower or a little bit more expensive. Like I said, they had like 10 copies of this. I figured why not? Would grab a copy. Never hurts. This book was pretty cool. I actually found this book twice. Now, the first time I found it on one section of the table, it had no board. It was just bagged. That one is in a little bit more beat up condition. This one's nicer. This one does have a few little baby ticks though. A little bit of a spine roll that might be pressed out. I probably won't send this in, but it's Batman issue number 424. Why it is not listed on Key Collector, which I'm surprised, this is actually the first time that Jason Todd kills. So, spoiler, but as you can see in the cover, the man's falling. Batman and Jason in the comic respond to a rape call. This gentleman who is falling is the bad guy, and Jason pretty much wants to take him out. He's, blood boiling. Batman's like, nah, we have to do the right way to turn him in. Towards the end of the issue, Batman realizes that Jason has went missing due to the victim. She hung herself, apparently. It's a bit of a dark book. And as Batman shows up, the man's fallen. Can't save him. He dies. Obviously falls off the building, as you can see. And he looks at Jason, and Jason makes eye contact, looks away, and Batman asks him, he's like, did you push him, or did he accidentally fall? And Robin says he must have scared him, and then he jumped off, and then he took off from Batman. Obviously, you get the idea that Jason pushed him, was angry. So I'm surprised it's not on Key Collector. It is a nice little key, though. It's Jason's first kill. First, descent into Red Hood, and eventually, you know, a couple issues later, he would obviously be killed by the Joker. So great cover and great little key behind it, even though it's not listed. This one was a nice little find. This is the Falcon issue number 1. They had issue number 2, but it was really beat up, so I didn't grab it. But issue number 1 is actually in decent condition. So, obviously, the Falcon will be reappearing in the new Captain America movie. Will not be Sam Wilson, though, because as we know, Sam Wilson is now a new Captain America. I'm excited, even though we already seen Sam as Cap at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. I'm excited to see Sam back into it full time, and the Falcon, you know, regardless, even his first issue in Cap 117, I believe, I definitely want to pick up in the future for sure. That's just a great issue to have. Especially for PC, you know, for collectors. And in issue number 1, why this doesn't sell for crazy, I wasn't worried about that, but it is an issue number 1 of a solo series for a character that we all love, so I was really happy to pick that up. And finally, the last book, which actually is maybe the biggest book in the pile. I know I said the Maria Hill one was it, but I think that's a close. It's either tied or one of these is going to be a little bit bigger. This book, however, definitely, like, if I was to send this in, I have 2 copies of this already, but I picked this up, and you know, this one is definitely lower grade. Could use a clean, but even a clean and a press, I mean, you're probably looking at maybe in the 6s, 5.0 to 6.0 range. I don't think you get anything higher than 7, but this is Green Lantern issue number 182. And if I'm not mistaken, it is where Hal Jordan isn't Green Lantern anymore. And John Stewart takes over the role, which John Stewart is actually, if I'm not mistaken, but it's 182. What was his first? I want to say it's in the 80s. You know what? Let's take a minute and we're going to look at Key Collector, guys, because I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about here. Bear with me here for a minute. Okay, so Green Lantern number 87, which is not this book, that's the first appearance of Green Lantern John Stewart. Second appearance of Guy Gardner. So, okay, issue right here, issue number 182 of Green Lantern. I'm saying Green Arrow. John Stewart becomes the new Green Lantern after Hale quits in issue number 181. And currently on Key Collector, it is actually climbing. But like I said, this is mid to lower grade. I do have a higher grade copy and a mid to high grade copy in my PC. But yeah, so that was it for today's haul. Again, and if anybody, like I said, was there that reached out to me, thank you guys again. That was very cool. I never, you know, it was kind of a cool moment for me. I appreciate it. And for anybody else that went to Frankenstein Comics to do this sale, you know, post a video if you see this, or if you will, tag me. I'd love to see what you guys got. Like I said, there was some stuff to be found in there, but I don't think there was anything, you know, other than keys like this. I don't think there was anything too big significant. I got a feeling that some of those were picked out. I did find a bin towards the front that had some Batman, like in the 640s to the high 50s and up range. None of the Damian Wayne appearances. I'm kind of wondering if they were there when we got in and somebody picked them right away, or I'm wondering if they were already picked out of the collection, possibly before they went to sale. Because some of the stuff wasn't just collections that weren't priced yet. Some of it was stuff that's already been through the system, priced and overstock and everything. So, but I kind of hurt when I saw that. I was like, oh man, like I never know. But if somebody posted a video showing they got it, yeah, that would hurt. But yeah, I'm rambling on now. So guys, again, great haul, Frankenstein Comics. I'm gonna go back and check out the store. I heard they got great dollar bins in the store themselves. $2 bins, $10 bins. They got some You get some really nice books. I've heard stories of people finding high value books in there as well. So that's it. Do me a favor, hit that like button, the subscribe button. Help me grow the channel. I think we're over 175 subscribers right now. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram as well. I'm like 1,350 followers on there. Josh Comics 01, same thing. I'm always active on Instagram. And that's it for now. Until next time, stay safe, take care of each other, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next episode of Josh's Comics.